Welcome, everybody, to Everything Bears, where we talk about everything Bears. We have a ton to talk about. DJ Moore, Dahlman, and Edmonds. Oh, my.
Everything Bears show, yo, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. Everything Bears show, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, oh now, bow down to the ground. Lakeshore, downtown, sister throne of the north, up high, come down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked down, nine down, in the state, touchdown, plow. First down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, oh now, bow down to the ground. Lakeshore, downtown, sister throne of the north, up high, come down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked down, nine round, in the state, touchdown, plow.
Good morning, Bears fans. Welcome back to the Everything Bears Show, your home for everything Bears. And boy, have I got a lot to change in that intro. I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, so the throne's not going to be sitting downtown anymore. There's no DJ, there's no Tremaine. Like, this whole thing's going to change.
Great jumping in already. Who did that intro song? Bro,
Yours
let them
truly.
know. Yours?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I'm the resident musician in the house. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Both of them. For the original one came off of your guitar, and then
Yep.
that one, huh? So
A man of many talents.
yeah, it's a good thing you can sing because yeah, it would not be good if I was on there trying to do that. It'd be like, those videos where it's like, turn around every night, and then all of a sudden a really good person comes in and it's you. Anyway,
I can fix this in post.
yes. Wow.
Yeah.
What a week, huh?
Yeah.
What a week.
Unbelievable. Just
Where do we even start, man?
let me start with this. Let me do my Bears fan meatball emotional reaction before we start getting into logic. I don't like logic. All right. What in the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I don't just okay, because we haven't had a show in a hot minute. There's Dahlman. Hi, say hello to everybody. She's licking my mic.
Yes.
Dahlman just gets up and goes. Okay, just all right. You retire, great. The center, like, is the core of if Voltron was a real thing. He's the head.
Yeah, he's the black lion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, great. Huge hole now we got to fill, as if we didn't have enough already. So thanks, Dahlman. I mean, God bless. I know it's a rough sport. Maybe he suffers from concussions or I don't know what. Has to be something physical bothering him, and he's done. So great. Now we got to fill that too, as if we don't have left tackle, and then DJ goes. Now that was a heartstring one for me because aside from all my angry rants on DJ Moore's half-ass efforts and his routes, the guy was the cheese grater. All right. He was our cheese grater. It's somebody who just, when we talk about ripping the hearts out of the Packers, it's DJ Moore. And now he's gone.
A little Packers kryptonite there, huh?
Yeah.
So once you're done with the rant, I'll be the voice of reason and I'll address all these. So keep going.
All right, keep going. Edmonds, we couldn't get nothing for him. I kind of suspected as much. We can't get nothing for him. But sure enough, we get nothing for him. Boom. Gone. Just cut out of here. Has anybody even Kevin Byard? Are we going to sign him or what?
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Keep going. The mic is yours.
We got no fucking stadium deal. What the fuck is going on around here?
Okay.
All right, go on.
So I
Talk me
need
off
you
the
to
cliff.
grab a brown paper bag and take 3 deep breaths into that thing before you start hyperventilating, man. I don't want to see you pass out live. Okay, so first thing, let's talk Dahlman. Okay, him retiring sucks, 100%.
Yeah.
I get it, and here's why. Dahlman comes from an NFL family. Okay, unfortunately for us, he went to Stafford or Stanford,
Say yeah. So
right?
he's smart.
So he's smart. Okay, uh, the guy made his money, and he decided to. He probably sees what his dad is going through right now, and he's like, you know what? I don't want to be a punch drunk idiot who gets hit in the head, 60 times a game. So I made my money. I can raise my family, right? Okay, I get it. He walked away because he sees the long-term effect of the NFL.
Yeah. Well,
All
hold
right.
on.
Yeah.
Hold on though. You signed a 4-year deal, asshole. You see
Mhm.
that fucking deal through? No, you only did 1 year of your 4-year deal. It didn't Stanford teach you about contracts?
Yeah. Guess not.
Go ahead. Go ahead though.
Yeah, but with that being said, man, he forfeited a ton of money. So
True.
right, okay, you use the Bears as a stepping stone. You got your bag, and now you're out. Okay, so now I guess you only have one Tesla in the driveway instead of 2 or 3. So moving on, DJ Moore. Okay, all right, a second round pick for DJ Moore, man. Can you believe that? A second for DJ Moore.
I,
He realistically, do you think he was option 1, 2, 3, or 4 in this offense? Where would you rate him?
4.
I would agree with you,
Yeah.
especially going into next year. Uh, maybe this year he was probably 3, right behind Rome and Colston when Rome was healthy. Um, man, I go back and forth. DJ was absolutely Green Bay's kryptonite. We saw it. He single-handedly won 2 games for us with that. Um, I see all the stuff on social right now that says DJ Moore missed his flight to Buffalo because he didn't feel like getting out of bed, and immediately people more commitment than he did with the Bears for the Bills, but it doesn't look like it. I get it. The fact that we got a second round pick for DJ Moore, unbelievable. Yes, we had to give up a fifth with it, but man, with the holes that this team has to fill, that second is going to go a long, long, long way. Um, and then next week, I think at this time, we'll probably be mocking it up after we know what they're doing in free agency.
Yeah, buddy.
Edmonds, that's a bit of a bummer. We knew he was getting cut. The fact that we couldn't find anything or anybody to trade with kind of sucks. But at the same point in time, you're hoping that somebody wanted him enough to where they would cough up like a fifth or a sixth. That would have been best case scenario. Or you package him with, a player, whatever the case may be. Um, Thibodeau was being thrown out there, but now that we don't have that negotiation piece, it is what it is. That is a pure cost saving move. What we say, $15 million when we were running the mock. And on top of that, the Edmonds after the injury was not the same Edmonds before. So create brings up a great point here. Um, it sounds like the momentum is rolling. So on top of that second for DJ, we might be getting those 2 threes for the comp pick situation. Everything that I've been seeing on social, the NFL is leaning towards granting those picks, which means we get the comp pick in the third, which will help us fill another hole, which I think kind of leads us into the next topic here, right? So hopefully, I pushed you back off the ledge a little bit, or took your foot off of that banana peel at the very least, right? So now we have to address a couple things. I mean, after Dahlman retired, Poles got in, quickly filled that position. Do I think it's a permanent fill with Grady or Garrett Bradbury? I don't think it is. I think it's a 1 or 2-year stopgap. It does make me think, especially with them picking up the extra second, and if they get a third, that center is gonna be one of those positions that the Bears are gonna draft, in this upcoming, draft on April 23rd. So, we'll be able to see that. I tell you what, man, with all this stuff flying back and forth with the draft, I think we seriously need to go live on day 2 as well, because I think that day will be just as exciting as day 1. So, draft party with the Everything Bears show coming up, man. Multiple days. Let's do it.
Multiple days. That the second day actually might be more fun than the first day.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, great. I agree with you. There's a couple good ones. Slaughter, out of Florida, I believe I was checking out. There's a kid from Auburn. Listen, there's a couple good centers that you could get later in the draft as well. The kid from Indiana, super smart kid, right? There's 3 or 4 really, maybe even 5 really good ones. I was doing a mock the other night just to see what I could do with the center and the extra second. There's a kid from Michigan State that doesn't look bad. Indiana, there's a couple Big Ten centers there. So we'll see, man. We'll see how the board shapes up. We'll see what they do in free agency, which is 4 days away, 3 days away. Wednesday is the kickoff to that. Ooh, I can't wait. Listen, guys, I'm going to be on a work trip. I'm bringing my laptop and setting up a mobile studio because we will have to talk about what's going on Wednesday night. So unless, anything short of Armageddon going on, we'll be going Wednesday night.
Absolutely. But don't tempt Armageddon because it's knocking at the door.
That's right. So I figured that's why I'd use that example.
Oh, I was gonna I was gonna say you should have maybe used a different analogy or something.
But yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, let's start there, man. Have you done any homework on Mr. Bradbury?
No, I mean I watched a little CHGO where they talked about him, and I'm with Mark Carmen on that one. A little underwhelming for me. What are we doing?
Graded out right in the middle, I think like 15 of all centers. Had over 1,000 snaps last season. 0 sacks, 0 penalties.
0 sacks. Gotta love that.
Okay. He's more of kind of the Jason Kelsey mold, a little bit smaller, but very agile. So if they ask him to pull or reach, that's the power to his game is reach blocking.
Okay.
The guy can move. And we've seen him in this division for 6 years. He was with the Vikings for the first 6 years of his career, went to the Patriots last year. Maybe was a little bit underwhelming with the Patriots, but look at who he was dealing with on either side. Me personally, my personal take on this with Bradbury, he's going to have Jackson and Tooney, which, by the way, Tooney and Bradbury were roommates at NC State.
That's right.
Right? So a little bit of history there.
Yeah.
So if he's in town, I'm sure he's staying with Tooney, at the Tooney estate, enjoying his time there. So there's going to be instant rapport there. He's got 2 really good guards next to him.
Yeah, that'll help, right?
This might be a sneaky good move, man. I'm not just going off of his Patriots tape, though a lot of that tape is halfway decent, man. I seen him reaching 3 techniques with ease.
Really?
Going up, blocking the second level. Is he as good as Dahlman? No, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that. Dahlman was a Pro Bowl center. He was probably top 5. But we're getting the kid at, 4.7, I think I saw. So we have about a $10 million savings there. We could have been in the sweepstakes for Tyler Linderbaum, but have you heard what his market is starting to explode?
22? Where's he at?
North of 22, 25, 30. Some are even saying if the bidding war gets bad enough, could be damn near 30 million a year.
Jesus
You
Christ.
can't do that, man. Not in the
No.
situation that the Bears are in right now.
No.
It just
No.
you can't. You could, but then you're not gonna sign a free agent edge. You're not gonna sign basically any free agents.
No.
It's just, yeah. I
We're
mean,
just gonna completely build through the draft. Okay, no free agents.
with the money that they freed up with DJ Moore, Edmonds, and Dalton,
Edmonds. Yeah,
they actually have their money-wise, they're sitting in a better spot right now than they were.
Oh, for sure. I mean, our cap, I think we were over.
Yeah, we're over
At
5
the
or
end-
6 million.
At the end of the season. Now we freed up, like, where are we at? 50 something mil?
Not quite that much. I'd like to say you're like somewhere around 30, but
Oh, that's it? I thought
that's before anybody's been restructured. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I think they freed up enough money to the point where they'll be able to make maybe a little bit bigger splash in free agency. We'll see. I think they have around 27 million, I think, roughly.
Yeah, you're right. They're at 26.5 to 32, somewhere in
Yeah.
there.
Depending, what ultimately ends up happening. But it's yeah, man, it's interesting. Poles definitely has a plan here. We just can't see it or what path it's gonna go down, man. But there is a plan in place, my friend.
I trust and believe that because him and Ben Johnson, they know what they want, they know what they're looking for, and at this point, even though some things might be trivial to me, doesn't mean that they don't know what they're doing. I think last year was a great indicator. I mean, look at the draft last year. I mean, you can't argue with those results. You just can't. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Okay, I'm not impressed, but I think you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah. Listen, man, we missed out on Max Crosby, but great. I'm obsessed with mock drafting.
It can get addicting, mock drafting.
Great. Real quick, what model are you using for mock draft? Just curious. Are you using stick to the model? Are you using PFF? I debated because I've been kind of mock drafting a lot myself lately. When I have some downtime, I've debated about doing the PFF mock draft and paying for it. So, I was real close. The credit card was in my hand. So, mock draft database. Okay. Might have to check that one out.
Maybe we'll run one real quick on the show.
Maybe. We'll see. We have a ton to talk about. If not, maybe, for sure next Sunday, we definitely will after free agency and kind of see, because like say they sign a Trey Hendrickson. We missed out on Max Crosby, which I think is where we're going. But man, that asking price for Crosby,
nuts.
2 ones.
There's no way he's worth that. There's no way.
I don't know. I just don't know that it would have been awesome. Max Crosby seems like he would have been a prototypical Bear, but 2 ones, I just not in the position that the Bears are right now. Could they really afford that? They just have too many holes that would, I think, set them back more than what it would have helped with Crosby. So
yeah. And okay, and I take that back really quick too. I'm sure he's worth 2 firsts.
Mm-hmm.
We can't afford that, I should say.
Yeah.
To the Bears, he's not worth 2 firsts. We have way too many holes to fill. We are no longer a Max Crosby away. We used to be a Max Crosby away. But with this fucking offseason that we're having, we are not a Max Crosby away now.
It's crazy how much the needs shifted once Dahlman retired. Like, who knew that would have been such a big domino?
I know.
But it does trickle. And after he retired, I ran some of the mocks, and I agree, with Create in terms of what they might do with the draft. Trading back up to get
that
a
one
D
here.
tackle.
Yeah.
I've done a few mocks where they took, the like second or third highest rated tackle was on the board, and I took him at 25. And that throws the draft into a tizzy. I tell you what, it in the mocks that I ran after the recent news, it was tough to fill all the holes, and one of the holes was not being filled. If I filled the offensive line, I couldn't fill linebacker.
Ooh.
Or vice versa. If I took a linebacker, I couldn't fill the tackle. So you got to decide, and that's why free agency is going to be so important. Running these mocks kind of tells you what they're going to do depending on what free agency does. So if they sign, say, a Taylor Decker at left tackle, okay, now we're probably going D tackle, linebacker, safety, first 3 picks, right? If they sign DeMario Davis, maybe they're going tackle, center, D tackle type of thing. So it's interesting, right?
Yeah. So come Wednesday and at the start of free agency, we'll begin to their vision will start to take shape for the rest of us.
You will know what they will target in the draft come Wednesday for sure. So
I wonder if we'll get involved. I wonder because Poles isn't he's not a first day of free agency kind of guy. He likes to wait a couple days.
Man, last year though I don't know if that was the anomaly because they made a splash like that.
With the offensive line,
Jarrett, Odengbo were all first day people. Like boom, done, set. And that was before noon. I remember going to lunch that day listening to the radio. I was like, holy shit, what is going on with the Bears?
It was awesome.
But they had a ton of money to spend last year.
They did. Yes, they did.
Yeah, great. I'm running the same scenarios that you are if they sign a left tackle. And I really think if I'm looking into my Poles crystal ball right now, I'm thinking that they're going to try to sign a left tackle, and Decker makes a ton of sense, knows the system. He's going to be a 1 or 2 year player, and really we're looking for a 1-year rental, maybe 2, so we could see when Ozzie comes back if he's going to be the player that he was when he left. If he is, then a 1 or 2 year stopgap is all you freaking need, man, and away you go. So, and then if we have the center, I'm thinking, the rookie center plays behind Bradbury, learns the system, goes through the system, and then he goes from there. I tell you what, I do think the Bears' backup plan at center is already on the roster with Newman. He played center in the preseason. He's going to be the backup. I think they still technically have Bates, but I think just reading Create's Mexico comment. He's going to get some of that shark blood down there, huh?
He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. Yeah, I think Newman, the kid that they drafted last year that they were really high on, he's probably, I bet you we see him in preseason at center as well to kind of see what he has because he's a bigger body type. He was more of a developmental kid, and this is year 2, right? So he gets 1 more year, I think, to be behind a veteran center that knows, and who knows, maybe Bradbury comes in and he becomes a top 8 center in the league, right? We'll have to see. We shall see. I do still think I agree with Crate from earlier. I do think they go center in this draft. Maybe not one of the top three. I think one of the ones maybe in that 4 to 6, depending on what they get comp pick wise. Yeah, if Newman could step up at center, take stress off of that draft. It really does, man. Because all of a sudden you got one too many holes to be able to fill. Now, granted, getting those comp picks in the third would greatly help relieve that stress as well for the next couple years, honestly. So we'll see, man. We could talk a little bit of free agency strategy, a little bit of draft strategy coming up after we go through all the players. But
does it sound like we're getting that comp pick?
Yeah, it sounds like there's movement, man. From what I've been hearing, I wish the fucking league would hurry up and decide because we really kind of need to know by Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
It's something that could really affect your strategy and what you're going to do and what you might need. Will the NFL be able to? I don't know. I don't know how the NFL does not award those comp picks, especially after Matt Ryan's gone on and say, oh no, Ian Cunningham is going to do all the picking and everything as well. So now that I'm extra big on the screen, in case you guys have not noticed, I picked up a new beauty mark. So somebody fucked around and found out with the old wedge. He may be getting older, but the wedge is still pretty tough. So anyway, hey,
sorry about that little off camera thing.
No.
My dog's chewing the computer chair.
Oh, is that an issue? As long as it's not the cords, who cares?
Well, it goes from office chair to
okay.
cords next.
See, I just piss all over my own shit so that my dog leaves it alone.
I never thought of that. Just go ahead and mark your territory.
Yeah, exactly. So
they respond to that.
Yeah. Anyways,
yeah.
Back to football. Speaking of football, let's lighten this up a little bit. Do you see that the 49ers now have the curse of the floose with them?
When's the league going to learn? When are they going to learn? The guy needs to just, I don't know, go to college or do something else.
Yeah. Good for the 49ers, man. Have at them. Enjoy.
Yeah, so their defense is going to suck, or whatever capacity he contributes to that defense, they're going to suck.
Yeah, assistant defensive coach.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had that. So
I want to run to Tampa 2. They're going to go, Floose, go sit the fuck down somewhere. All right, we'll call you when we actually need some coffee, or you can go pick up our catering. Go sit
get
down.
Us some snacks.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. I got this great philosophy.
Yeah.
You might have heard of it before.
Have you heard of the hits principle?
Good old Floose. Good for him. So
that's good. I'm still trying to really wrap my mind around the Nagy with the Giants. Do you again? I'm going to say 2 last names, and you tell me how well they pair together.
Oh, sure.
Harbaugh, Nagy.
Yeah, polar opposites.
Harbaugh, Nagy. This is gonna
and Yang.
This is gonna end badly.
I can't wait.
Mid-season, I'm telling you. You heard it here first. Mid-season, you're gonna hear Matt Nagy's play calling duties have been rescinded.
You think there's not going to be any club dub in New York? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. Because then here's the other thing, too. I'm going to go on fucking Nagy rant. Jesus.
Here we go.
He doesn't want to work with young quarterbacks, right? That was his shit here. He didn't want to work with young quarterbacks. Well, guess what? You got to make it happen with Jackson Dart now, asshole. So good luck there.
King of the frat, right? And then he's got to deal with Cam Scatterboo. with those two fratting it up.
Yeah. So, anyways, good luck to them in New York. You guys will suck again this year, but
yeah, and the next year, and the next, and
we have our own problems here at the Everything Bear Show. We got our own problems to deal with.
Yeah, we got, we're playing chess over here while those guys are playing checkers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we're maneuvering the pieces for another playoff run here. So,
Big Mike.
Yeah. What are you gonna do, man?
Oh, that's right. Big Mike is like recently like back. He took the NFL. He took off for a number of years. And this what a year to come back, Big Mike. Maybe between you coming back to the Bears, us starting this channel, that's what catapulted the Bears into the playoffs this year.
We're the rabbit's foot for the Chicago Bears?
We are all the rabbit's foot. Everybody here, everybody watching, everybody in the chat, we are the rabbit's foot for the Bears. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
And you are lucky you didn't watch either of those dickheads because, my God.
You didn't miss much. You missed a lot of bubble screens and a lot of Justin Fields either throwing it deep or running.
Well, yeah, and you probably saved about 15 years of your life.
Yes, exactly.
Meaning, like, the years that have been shaved off of my existence from watching those fucking teams. Yeah.
And several $1,000s in anger management therapy. So, so it's all good.
Exactly.
It's all good. It was tough to watch in those, man. And I'll be honest, I was not as faithful as I have been in the past or currently am. So, where to go next, man? So DJ Moore, Dahlman, Edmonds. If there's anything you guys might want to say to either of those guys or all of those guys, drop it in the comments. I have a feeling that the Everything Bear Show is going to get in touch with their inner feelings, and they just might release a thank you letter for some of those guys. Or, in our typical sarcasm, maybe a heartfelt thank you might not quite be accurate, but like you said, you might come off as the bitter ex. Whatever.
That's what it's going to sound like, actually. I'm going to be bringing up all your past transgressions
right
over and over and over again.
Thank you, DJ, for walking off the field in the middle of a play.
That last fucking play that could have, again, catapulted us into the NFC Championship. Thank you for pulling up on that route like you've done so many other times.
Yes. I was happy. Shit was getting done around the house. Well, sorry if the house is going into disrepair, and you know what? I feel okay being a part of that. So blame us, Big Mike.
Big Mike doesn't let. He's got a good routine going. He doesn't let things just shit pile up on him. He's on top of his list. I like the moves. I wanted to let DJ go. So you were there with me too. Our reaction video. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Listen, guys, it'll be okay.
I mean,
we're gonna be okay.
He kind of everybody's got their different ways of grieving, but he's gone now. He's gone. So he's just let him go. He's dead to me too. He really is. I mean, his wife was so active on Twitter, and I'm always like, "Oh yeah, cool," because she's like Sunday, blah blah blah, and because she's there she's at Soldier Field, and that's cool that his wife was active and supportive. But you're gone. You're dead to me now. I'm with Big Mike on this one.
Next,
we have to move on. Okay, the battle continues.
Exactly. We're gonna play all 17 next year anyway, with or without you. So
yeah,
and obviously it's without.
It's without.
Mm-hmm. What about what was all that smoke about Trevon Dexter? Like, we heard a ton of smoke there. Oh, he's going to get traded. People are calling about him. They think he's a great player. I'm like, what fucking film are you guys watching? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the thumbs up just as much as anybody, but my goodness.
Twitter can get like that.
Yeah.
Just making shit up.
Listen, if somebody's calling looking for a second or a third for him, I'd be like, yup, gone.
Yeah.
But then you thin out that position even more. And it's not that great to begin with.
So it sucks to begin with. And we couldn't get a fifth for him.
I don't know, man. Some of the buzz I was hearing, like they were talking about Gervon Dexter for Thibodeau swap with a pick thrown in, like a late round pick. I'm like, what?
Us sending the pick or getting the pick?
And Dexter for Thibodeau.
I mean, that's probably what it would take realistically to get Thibodeau, but
it would have been one of those things where both teams fill a need, and I don't know. It fizzled out as fast as that smoke rose to the air, man. It fizzled out just as quickly.
Yeah, so. I don't think for the Bears, if they're really trying to build this roster, you can't let them go, because just to your point, our defensive interior sucks right now.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is start moving away from pieces that are it's making more holes. I mean, although Thibodeau brings a great edge presence, but then you just shifted the hole from the middle or from the outside now to the middle, and so no.
Now you're taking the point where you need at least one defensive tackle and going to the point where you need at least two defensive tackles.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's listen, do I think Dexter's the long-term answer? Absolutely not. I mean, how many times you watch the film where in the front, 10 offense, 5 offensive linemen, or the front 9, however you want to phrase it, he's still in the stance as everybody else is moving. Yeah, he's not exactly lightning off the ball.
No, his get off's not good, but he's just got size, right? He's size and he's strong. And like I've noticed, what's he get, like 5 sacks a year? He gets those within like the first third of the season. Like and then you're like, oh shit, Big Dex.
He's breaking out.
And then nothing the rest of the year. He's done this like 2 years in a row.
He ended with 6. And I tell you what, man, when he flashes, they're bright flashes, but
right.
He kind of reminds me of Montez Sweat. Sweat had 10 sacks, but outside of those 10 sacks, like how many other plays did he make?
I think statistically he had an okay year, but it's not enough for the money that you're paying him. That's the way I equate it. I'm not going to say Tez had a terrible season, because he didn't.
Double-digit sacks, yeah.
But the money that you're getting paid, you're not near where you need to be, buddy. And then this is a great Big Mike. This is a cute. I don't know. Are we? We might. We might be. I don't know.
Might have to. I'm not as worried about Brisker, but what the hell is going on with Byard? Like, how is this not done yet?
I don't know, dude. What are we doing?
Like, come on, man. Like, give us some ease, right? Yeah. The old tinker can't take all this.
I mean, going into free agency, I thought this would probably been one of the first things we took care of. Yeah.
So obviously that means that Byard is asking for a lot more money than what the Bears were expecting. I think the Bears were expecting around 7 to 8. I have a feeling he wants 10 to 12.
This is probably, you fucking nailed it. That has to be what this means. He's asking for way more than what they brought to the table. Yeah.
Like, what happened to that hometown discount, bro?
Yeah, well,
and
that That whole shit disappeared when I got all pro and led the
Yeah,
NFL in interceptions.
in picks. Yeah,
That's where that
even though I'm
happened.
31, you really want to go test the market? I'm sure somebody would sign a veteran safety like that, but at the same point in time, I don't think they're paying them. Brisker's going to command 11 to 15, and the kid's young.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So there's that. Create brings
Yeah,
up a good point. There's
I think
always like bring somebody in who's like a multiplier, right? Where they make the guys around them very closely to them like better. And yeah, with a stud next to him, Dex could probably be pretty damn good.
yeah,
He just that's the problem. He doesn't have anybody. Who's he got on both sides of him? Fucking Odengbo or Austin
Grady
Booker
Jarrett.
and fucking Grady Jarrett
Yeah,
or Billings. I mean, these guys aren't multipliers. Austin Booker's not a multiplier yet. I say
no,
yet.
yeah, I heard what you said there. I don't know. With that, for the interior, right? Okay, so we're gonna run Dexter out there. Dexter, you would consider more of the pass rushing D tackle. So a McDonald then would make a ton of sense to me. He is more of a
Huge.
run stuffer, but can push the pocket. I tell you what, if we do something like that, the Dexter really needs to, I don't know if he needs to lift weights or, do that drill where you're coming off of the ball all freaking off season to get that get off going and then become a force that way. I don't know, man. I just don't think that he's a long term answer. So
Yeah. So
I,
Matthew, what do we think of Trey Hendrickson? Wedge.
man, at this point, he's got to be one of the top targets.
Gotta be.
The fact that you cleared up all that money with everything that happened over the last week, you now have the money where you can pay him 2 years, 25 million a year type of thing.
Yeah.
You pair him with Montez Sweat, he would be what you alluded to, a multiplier.
Yeah,
He
I would think he
makes
would be.
he makes Montez Sweat better because Sweat, I think we both can agree Sweat's not top tier number one D end anymore.
No.
Not in the past couple years. You get a young stud defensive tackle like a McDonald in there, and you're lining up Hendrickson, you're lining up Sweat, Dexter, and a young kid who's, if he's worth the hype, now you might be starting to cook with something.
I agree. And I think the deal makes sense too with him because it doesn't cost you any draft capital to get him.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to break the bank either. And with all the money that we just talked about that we freed up, I wouldn't be upset with that signing. I'll say to say the
I
least.
tell
And
you
he
what,
does. It's an upgrade for
yeah,
us. So
Matthew brings up the end. Let's take a look at some of the edge rushers and let's kind of see, what we would do in this case here. All right, so let's go edge. All right, with everything out there that's already been done. In case you guys haven't heard, Khalil Mack re-signed with the Chargers last night. So he's off of the table for this. So let's take a look here. So the number one ranked edge rusher right now is Jalen Phillips, the kid who was with Miami and then ended up with the Eagles. All the rumors are saying that the Eagles are going to re-sign him. Would you like Jalen Phillips on the Bears over Hendrickson? Phillips is 27. Has had a torn Achilles and a torn ACL in his young career. A little scary. And he's going to cost more than what Hendrickson is going to because
then hell no.
Yeah.
Okay. If he's going to cost more than Hendrickson and has had those two lower body injuries, no, thank you.
It's kind of like
I don't need
Nick
that
Chubb
on my
scenario.
team. I do not need that on my team.
Good morning, Kenny. You know what? You want me to just throw this up on the screen so we can start looking at these guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's throw them up on the screen here because then the other guys can kind of take a look too, and if they want to Google them or whatever, they can while they're doing that here. So, all right, so let's take a look here. All right, so edge rusher, Jalen Phillips. We just talked about him. I will say this: he did have a pretty good season with the Dolphins and the Eagles last year. The kid was flashing when it came to that. Hendrickson, the thing that scares me about him as well, oh man, they're all pouring in right now. What's up, Alan? Good to see you, buddy.
Yo, what's up?
So with Trey, he had core muscle surgery last year. Has been nicked up the last several years. He's 31. I do think that's why he's going to be a little bit cheaper. He's coming off of the same surgery that Jalen Johnson had last year, but I still think he's a number one target for the Bears. I agree with Kenny in this.
I do too.
If they do end up signing Trey, I still think you're looking edge first or second round.
So with that second round pick that we have, we're talking Zion Young.
Hey, listen, man, I don't know if he's
go.
going to be there, but if
Oh, that's
especially
right.
if they get those comp picks, you now have ammunition where you can move up if you want. Right? There'll still
Oh,
be a
true.
couple good edges. You're not going to get the top flight guys, but you're going to be in that next rung, right there. So that are still going to be good starters. They just might take a little, they might not be as impactful for the first year, need a little bit more development. Odafe Owe from the Chargers. The word on the street is that he's going to be going for big money. Younger kid, 27, kind of jumped onto the scene with that as well. So we'll see. I don't know if he's going to be available. He might cost a little bit too much. We'll see. I'll let you kind of take over the comments here as we're scrolling through here. So
they're coming in too. Everybody love it. Thank you so much, guys, for showing up on this Sunday morning. Hopefully everybody's well, doing good, healthy, happy, all that good stuff. And thanks for joining us as we're talking this thing through.
Yeah, kind of seeing Boye Mafe from Seattle. I don't know. Kwity Paye from Indy. I know Kwity Paye a little bit more because he was a Michigan guy. Good pass rusher in college, didn't quite equate over to the NFL as much. Chason from New England. Khalil Mack is off the board. So those are kind of your top guys. Joey Bosa.
Ooh.
He's in that Hendrickson conversation. I think I would trust Hendrickson more than I would Bosa, me personally.
Yeah.
Bosa seems to get hurt every year, where Trey Hendrickson has just been the last couple of years. Bradley Chubb.
Chubb?
No, he's, again, too many lower body injuries for me. Some of these pass rushers, man, have some pretty unique names. Arnold Ibikati. This is the dude from Atlanta. He was starting to come on as a pass rusher. That would be an interesting one. But I think right now, the Bears, I definitely think would double down if they sign an edge. They're still drafting an edge regardless of who they get, because these are probably 2 to 3 years max that you're going to get them. The other name that's getting a lot of smoke is Cam Jordan from the Saints.
The
Dennis
guy who
Allen
smells
guy?
like hot dogs?
Yeah, hot dog water.
Hot dog water?
Yeah.
No, thank you. He's got to be like 41 years old.
Yeah, he's up there, man. Veteran presence, right?
Veteran presence. We got Grady Jarrett already. We don't need any more veteran presence.
Right. Our locker room guys,
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick, there's Cam Jordan. He's 15th on this list. Oof, 10 and a half sacks in 2025.
I was close. I was
That's
kidding about
Montez Sweat,
41.
bro.
It's Montez Sweat Jr.
Yeah.
Well, he's 36 years old. I was close. I said 41.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron Jordan, he's been durable, man. He's only missed 2 games in 15 years.
Damn.
About as good as it gets, bro.
It is, but he'll break that record with us.
Yeah, no in our luck, for sure. God. Big Mike, bro. Dequarius Chimichanga. DN, the Ohio State.
I love it.
I love
it. Key and Peel bit.
Yeah. Dequarius Aquanetta. Alabama. Jadeveon Clowney, I've heard a little bit of speak around there. I think they're targeting older guys that 1 to 2 years, and I think they're going to try to address it through the draft. But that's pretty much it for DN, man. There is not a lot to really work with in this class.
Yeah, no.
It's been said multiple times that this is probably one of the weakest free agent classes that we've seen in quite some time, which is one of the reasons why they're thinking that the draft and trades are going to be off the chain this year. So we'll see what happens Wednesday when the league year officially opens up. There might be more people flying around. We'll see.
Yeah. That was an underwhelming list, I will say. I'm not outside of Trey Hendrickson. I'm not even interested. I'm not interested. I hate to say it. We'll just, you know what? We're good. We'll just draft and end. We're good.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't even want to say this because I don't want to speak it into an existence, but say you do get like a Cam Jordan for 1 or 2 years, 10 million. I don't know. Maybe he's still double-digit sacks. Still another person that they got to account for. The question is, do they got to account for him more than an Austin Booker
or Montez
or Odangbo? I think at this point, I think you look to move Odangbo into the interior.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll find out.
This is why Pulse makes the big bucks.
Yeah. So,
and we just get to chill and kind of work it out in our minds.
Yeah. We'll react to it and kind of see what happens. I don't know. Let's talk a little left tackle at this point too. We talked about Taylor Decker being released from the Lions.
Yeah.
A good 1 to 2 year stopgap option.
Kind of makes sense too with his familiarity with Ben Johnson there.
And he asked for his release, which is kind of interesting too.
Huh.
So do you
backroom deals?
Yeah, I don't know. Or like, hey, Ben, buddy, haven't talked to you in a year. Just checking in to say hi. Oh, yeah, I really heard your left tackle isn't doing very good, man. How's the patella doing? Oh, he's probably going to be out next year. Yeah, let's throw out another Detroit name. What about Anzalone? Linebacker.
I heard this too.
Yeah.
You know what? From my experience having played against him, I dislike him too much to have him on my team. Although, if I could objectively separate my emotions from it, like he's a dirty fucking player. He's nasty. He late hits, like cheap shot hits. Like this guy's a scumbag. And
But if he's on your team, you
but
love
if he's
him.
on my team, yes.
Yeah, like a CJ Gardner-Johnson, right? We need somebody to fill that role.
Yes.
Crate's laying it out for us right here, boys. No trades. Banks at D-line. Okay, Florida guy, right? Anthony Hill, linebacker. Halsey, safety. Romello Height, edge, Texas Tech, and Crownover.
Boom. I like it.
There it is.
Boom.
Fills a lot of holes, right?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Matthew brings up a good point right here. There's going to be a ton of teams looking to pick up Trey, which is going to drive his price up. We know it. Yeah. After Crosby's gone, do we overpay to get him, or what do we do?
No, I don't. We can't overpay. We can't do it.
I think they're going to be willing to pay, on average, around 20 to 25 million if they can win the bidding war, and if Hendricks wants to get to a point where he wants to be on a contending team. That's almost what you're hoping for at that point. The thing that scares me is that the Cowboys are going to get involved with him as well. And they're notorious for overpaying for people. We'll see, man. I just don't know. I hope the bidding war doesn't get too ridiculous. The good thing is you could try to backload this and put a lot of guaranteed money up there so that it makes it a little bit more cap friendly for the Bears. But at least they have the room to be able to try to do it. Yeah. So we'll see. It's going to be real interesting to see who all's going to get involved with it, because before Max Crosby ended up going to Baltimore, the two top teams that were in the running were the Bears and the Cowboys, right? That was where all the smoke, all the buzz was. So you got to think it's going to be for Hendrickson. Bears and Cowboys are going to be at the top of the list trying to get them. So we'll see. I don't like the prospect if we have to get into a bidding war with the Cowboys. At least it's free agency, so all their extra draft picks and everything else can't hurt you, but we'll see. Big Mike saying that Jeremy Fowler is linking him to the Bears per Harrison. I'm assuming we're talking
Anzalone.
Yeah. So, okay. Harrison isn't Harrison Graham. So, listen, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Anzalone on the team. He can play inside. He can play out.
And we need linebackers. So there's that. Yeah.
And I think our boy Rodriguez is, razzed his way up into first or second round territory. Listen, man. Bears sitting there at 25. If Rodriguez is on the board, do you go linebacker? It could be a thought.
Yeah.
With how athletic that he was. It depends on who's sitting there D-tackle wise, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But it could be a linebacker. I don't know. It could be a tackle. I don't know. It could be a safety. I don't know.
We don't know. Nobody knows.
You could do so much in that first round. And just about as long as it's on defense, I think we'll all be like, yeah, unless it's like a bona fide day one left tackle, future Pro Bowler that they get type of thing.
Yeah.
If they go left tackle, we might scratch our heads a little bit. But if they sign like a Decker, I think that tells you that they're going to go defense. If not, it still keeps that tackle in play. I don't think the Bears want to roll into next season with Theo as their number one option at left tackle. Braxton Jones is a free agent. Don't know if he's going to be back.
Right.
So even with Theo, they would still have to do something, either free agent or draft. 4 days. That's all we got to wait. Today, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, the picture will start closing in, and it'll get a little bit crisper for us. Right now, it's pretty blurry. Big Mike, with Caleb Banks being a little bit older, does that worry you a little bit? In terms of like if he is really good, you sign a second contract and he's already approaching 29 to 30. How much does that concern you? Because some of these other guys, like the other edge from Miami, is like 26. And by the time he signs a second contract, he would be like 30. When people want to get paid, I don't know. If you want to go youth, is that the move? Is he going to be available? We'll see. Big Mike, if you were to rank your D tackles, obviously Caleb Banks would be number one. Who would be 2 and 3 for you? Who would you be looking at for that? Be curious. While we're waiting for Big Mike, so who, as if you were sitting in Paul's seat, what are your top priorities in free agency over the next 3 days?
I would definitely try to. I would want to look into heavily that left tackle from Detroit. Yeah, definitely. That for me, that's top. And Kevin Byard, please. Can we get this deal done? I don't want to overpay. So there's that though too. But I don't. Do you overpay him?
What would be the ceiling for you for Kevin Byard then?
I don't know. 14 mil.
14 million? 2 years for 28?
No. 2 years,
total.
14.
Okay, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, God, no.
Almost fell off my chair. Oh, God. What?
2 years, 14 mil. I just... but was productive, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I would really want to shore him up because he's a veteran. He's a quarterback back there playing center field. We gotta get that deal done.
Yeah.
Just please don't overpay. But left tackle's a big one. Because I don't want to go into the draft having to look for a left tackle. I think if you bring in the guy from Detroit, like you said, on a 2-year little stopgap thing, we could then better assess the Trapillo thing, how he's going to come back, and then make a move in that draft, maybe if we need to. But yeah, that's for me. That's number one. More than linebacker, more than edge in terms of free agency, right? Specifically, you asked
specifically free agency.
Yeah, the left tackle thing. See, get that guy from Detroit out here. It's just the obvious thing. He knows Ben Johnson. He knows the system. Yeah, bring him in, and then let him and Theo battle it out, and then he'll probably outplay Theo. Mm-hmm. Bless Theo's heart. Who knows? Theo's going to work on his game. He's probably working on his game right now.
I'm sure.
With a 16-ounce steak right now. And so, yeah, for me, those are my two big ones. Like safety, you got to get Byard signed and left tackle. That's what I'd be doing.
Let's think about the holes on this team right now, right? Oof. Well, offensive tackle, for sure.
Yeah.
Center.
Though
that seems to be filled maybe for the next year or two. I still think, because I think Bradbury, if I remember correctly, and I might have to fact check myself, has 1 year left on his contract. So depending on what they do this year, they have flexibility. Linebacker, for sure.
Yeah.
Anzalone makes a ton of sense for two reasons. Played for Dennis Allen with the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Played with Ben Johnson in Detroit, so they know the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
D tackle, obvious reason. Edge, obvious.
That DT is like two. We need two of them.
Yes, you need to double down. Even if you sign one in free agency, you got to
Yes.
double down in the draft. And I would be okay if they
Yes.
double down twice in
Yeah.
the draft.
Yeah.
And then safety. Bayard is negotiating from a place of power, right? You have no other safeties. I'm your guy. I think if you're the Bears, like your ceiling is 10 million a year, right? With the fact that he's older, but man, he produced. So nobody does.
I said that earlier, Create. I was like, uh he's we've had to deal with him. Is he good? Yeah. Dude's all over the field.
Mhm.
He was always doing some extra shit with Justin Fields, some extra hitting. It gets a little too aggressive with the quarterback. However, to have that on our team, and we need linebacker, yeah, okay.
I could see it.
I'm just not gonna like him.
Yeah. So Big Mike was rounding out his top three. He likes Lee Hunter. Not sure on McDonald. I think Lee Hunter and McDonald are more of that run stuffing type of D tackles. Which if you pick up an edge, that's what you're going to need because you need edge help. But I wouldn't mind, man. You look at the good teams and you think of the good defenses. They always had a D tackle that could push that pocket or collapse that pocket from the middle. Because once that happens, pressure up the gut, even Tom Brady admitted it's the one thing that quarterbacks have the most problems in dealing with.
Yeah.
So
Pressure in their face. I like Big Mike's good one, Big Mike. You got me turned around on that one.
yeah.
I didn't like Rodman until I loved the Rodman. Oops.
Oh, I hit it too as you were reading it. Sorry.
Yeah, so true. Say it was the same with me, right? You bring in Dennis Rodman from the
Yeah.
Pistons, that asshole starting fights with Jordan and Pippen and all that, and then when he's on our team, and you're like, hey, I love this guy.
Yeah. He could go to Vegas for a sabbatical
Yeah,
right in the middle of a playoff run. No biggie.
no big.
Jordan, go get him.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah.
But so facts, Big Mike, facts.
It creates high on Banks as well. I'll be curious if you have those three, Hunter, McDonald, and Banks, staring you at 25. First of all, if you have all three staring you at 25, the Bears should be trading down, right? But who would they want to go with, assuming they go to tackle? I'm assuming the other part of this equation is who's there at edge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out, man. We'll find out. Because even I think we all can agree here, and everybody in the chat would agree with us as well. Even if we sign an edge and a D tackle in free agency, which would blow me away, which I would be more than okay with, you're still drafting edge and D tackle fairly high.
Yes. Yes. Pretend like you didn't even sign them.
Right. Exactly. Our Mason Thomas, the kid from Ohio State. Yeah. So started doing a little bit of work on him as well, because in the mocks he was sitting there. I wish our boy Christopher was on, because he would give you a full rundown. He'd be like, oh yeah, he's the best edge in this draft. He's a big OU honk. Speaking of Chris, we're missing Christopher and Learn today. I'm missing the back and forth banter between those two
Yes.
today. So, yeah. So he probably will be there around then, which makes me kind of think that the Bears are going to look D tackle first, because their edge is pretty deep in those first two rounds. You could still get a pretty good edge. And Matthew brings up a good point. Mason Thomas is one of those guys. I have started to see him creeping up people's boards because of that sleeper pick. There's, a couple other sleepers that people are really high on in like the third and fourth. Like one of the kids out of Ohio State, his name's not coming to me, so he's now the kid from Ohio State. That are, gonna kind of be hanging out there. So that's why like these extra comp picks and stuff that might come into play, where if you have a guy like Mason Thomas sitting out there, you'll have a little bit of ammo if you got to move up a few spots. We seen what Poles has done, man. He's the last 2 drafts he's made moves in the draft, hasn't he? Moved up, down, all around.
He moves all around every draft. Yeah.
He's not afraid to get rid of those late round picks, and he's a master. I don't know how he does it, but man, he just finds good offensive linemen for late round picks. Tooney, Jackson, hopefully Bradbury is the next one, right? Like he's like, what's a fifth? What's a fourth? We'll take a all pro, possibly best guard ever from Kansas City.
Sure.
Right? Why not? So,
I'm watching this kid's highlights. This kid's pretty nasty.
Yeah. So, that's, I think, one of the reasons why I don't know if he's going to be there at 57 in a lot of the mocks. I see him going a little bit higher in the second. So we'll see. We shall see.
He does look that good. I mean, he's explosive. This dude's pretty explosive.
Yeah. Yeah, so great saying there'll be 2 or 3 there at D tackle. I play around with trading 25 and 57 with the Jets for 33 and 44. Yeah, I mean, there's Poles is going to be cooking, man. The chef hat is definitely going to be on for that draft. So
can't freaking wait.
And Matt, do you guys think honestly we'll get those compensatory picks? I do. I'm in the camp that I think that they do. I think the NFL will check themselves and realize just how much harm this can do if they don't, because then basically they're spitting in the face of the Rooney Rule, which I think would be bad optics. And I don't think the NFL wants to set that type of precedent. Your worst fear is that it would, I don't want to say it would hamper teams from trying to develop people like that, but at the same point in time, they might try to hold on to them a little bit more and maybe not give them as much opportunity if they're not going to get the compensation for it. You got to play the game. And if the NFL sets the rules, so be it.
Hi, disgruntled Bears fan here. Hi, how's everybody doing?
I fucking better.
I don't think they're gonna get it because everybody around the league's like, fuck the Bears, and they've already. If they go back and reverse the ruling, then that even also looks bad because they've already made the stance of no picks for you guys. That's it. This move wasn't what you thought, and now they'd have to they'd have to take it back and reverse the ruling. So I'm not optimistic. Wedge is he's our resident optimist.
I'm the glass half full guy. Yeah.
Yes. I am like the grumpy old man. We're not getting shit. We never get shit.
We can't have nice things.
That's me.
Here, let me fill up your glass. It looks half empty right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously that would be huge for us in this draft, again, with the many holes that we have to fill. And then you talk about building the team through the draft. I mean, yeah, give us more. We got another 2 for DJ. Give us that 3 for Ian. Like, yeah, let's just give me all the picks. I want all the picks.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like ingredients in my draft soup for Ryan Poles.
But
Corey was saying, yeah, he was cooking with trades last draft. We traded up to get Bird. He was sitting on the board. They're like, yep, we need this guy.
Yeah.
That's turning out to look okay, huh? So far, so good.
Just the last draft in general.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we've got a Shamar Turner. Hopefully, he comes back healthy this offseason, which he probably will. Ozzy Trapillo, dude, he was working out great. You can't fault the injury, right? We don't do grades on injuries. Can't call somebody a bust on injury.
Mhm.
And then Kyle Monungai at 7. Come on, stop it.
Yeah. Just filthy.
Filthy,
Sir
filthy
Crate was
draft.
running some draft sims. He said that he was able to trade pick 41 and 72 and 240 for the Bills for 56, 62, and 109.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah, that's okay.
So, yeah.
That's some moves there. That's a movement. To
Yeah.
have those two so close, 56 and 62, that's nice. And then to move from 240 to 109, yeah, buddy.
Yeah. We'll
Sign
take
me
it.
up.
We got those 2 7ths. And, well, next year, I mean, Bradbury. So we traded him for a 5th-round pick.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
what we
not
did.
even this year. It's next year.
Yeah.
So kick that can down the road a little bit. So
Oh, that's sorry. That's what we did last year. That wasn't
yeah.
a mock. That's what we did
Okay.
last year.
Yeah. So it's
And that's why Ryan Poles, that's why he's King Poles.
that's right. That's why we gave him an A. Listen, man, we're 3-time offseason champs, right? Going for 4. We're keeping this thing rolling, man. This thing's on the tracks, you know, heading down, full head of steam. So, I mean, Poles is sitting at the front of that train, just, you know, got this thing rolling, baby. Let's do it. So, I had to, man. I found it. I found the new toy on here, so. Yes, King Poles. So, uh, so we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I'm excited, man. That's why we have to have a draft party. That's why we will have a draft party.
Yeah.
So order your pizzas, pop your
Yes.
popcorn, get the drinks ready.
Snacky snacks.
Yeah. It will be we'll just have a giant chat room going and away we go. So yeah, we're going up. Kansas City's going down. Thanks, KC. Who knows, man? I wouldn't be surprised if we add another player from Kansas City. It just kind of seem to be what Poles does, right? So so Craig's saying, oh yeah. So what's next, guys? Whew.
Wednesday. We'll be back on Wednesday for show because free agency opens up that day. So we're definitely gonna hop on.
Yeah. We got it. There's going to be so much news going on. We just, whether it's with the Bears or stuff that could affect the Bears, people that they were targeting, we'll talk about it all, man. Kind of see what's next and start predicting what the Bears could possibly do. Yeah. So
it's such a great day when free agency opens. It's such a great day. I'm gonna be on Twitter all day, because I do have to work that day. But as I'm driving around town on my little phone holder, I'm just gonna have Twitter up like the whole time.
Man, I'm on a work trip and I'm not traveling with my boss next week. I'm traveling with my boss's boss next week. I'm the fucking chauffeur, so it's he's gonna be like, "Why is this guy on his phone all damn day?" Listen, bro, it's first day of free agency. You planned this trip this week, so back off.
I would, I would definitely make that abundantly clear because you're right. You don't want the guy to think on his own, going, "Is this how this motherfucker works? Is this what he's like at work all day on his phone?" Like, no, hey, it's a free agency opened up, okay? Like again,
I will be in the land of Minnesota, so
I've got
hopefully
show I do. Okay, it's 2 shows a week. Like I need to be on top of the news.
You could come on the show if you want, but just sit there and shut up. Okay.
Yes. Sit
It's my show.
to your boss's boss.
Uh,
Woo!
and you're fired. Great. Well, maybe I'll just get uninvited from the trip. I'd be okay with that too. So,
The king from the land of far.
you're bringing it up, aren't you?
I have to Google this because I don't know the reference.
I listen to ESPN 1000 all day at work. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of homework so I can have the Minnesota sports station, whatever their ESPN station or CBS sports station is up there. So I'll be touring around Minneapolis, and if I drive by that stadium, don't worry, I will flick it off. Guy, my boss is my regional is going to be like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, just flicking off the Vikings. Don't worry about it." So,
I got
fucking
Big Mike. We're uncultured swine on the show. Okay,
you and these jokes.
Look at you see my house. I don't have a library. You, sir, have the library. I have paintings. I'm a painter. I don't read books. I paint and draw and do music. I don't get to read, okay? I don't get to read.
I wait for the movie. That's how we do it here.
Wedge is like, I wait for the movie.
Yeah. So much going on. Where to go next, man? I think, we got to talk a little bit more about this defense. Defensive tackle, that free agent class is nil. There is nothing out there right now.
No.
So that's got to be addressed through the draft. The number one guy out there right now, Franklin Myers. Big Mike says I have a giant poster of Big Ern McCracken. I am swine. Big Ern. John Franklin Myers from Denver. That is your defensive line free agency class in a nutshell. Unless you want to sign a 40-year-old Calais Campbell, a 32-year-old DJ Reader from Detroit. Yeah, those are like your top guys right there, man. It is awful thin. 33-year-old Javon Hargrave from Minnesota. Tonga from the Patriots. It's just not good. There is nothing good right now out there. So if you want to go D tackle, you got to go draft at this point. So Craig saying, do we only need one D tackle? Billings will probably be gone. Turner, will he work out? I think they got to double down or sign somebody in free agency. And who they're going to sign, I don't know. I just don't know. If they go a high-profile edge, I'm thinking the strategy then shifts over to 2D tackles in this draft. One being a high-round pick, the other one being a mid-level would be my guess. 3, 4, they don't have a 5. So we'll see. I haven't looked a whole lot at the mid-round D tackles yet, but that's something I think based off of what we see Wednesday, we definitely have to look into to kind of see who's there. Create, if you've run some of the sims, have you ever drafted 2D tackles? And if so, who were you looking at in the mid-rounds? Be kind of curious to see who you've been seeing on the board.
Big Mike, I got something for you.
Found out that if you give a little, you can get back a whole lot more.
I love that. If you give a little, you can get back a whole lot more. With those damn single moms. That movie's awesome.
I love when he's got like the big, huge comb where he's got to like flip back over.
I think that's probably the poster Big Mike has.
Okay, Big Mike's talking about the Don Corleone, the Godfather. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
we drafted we drafted him late
Yeah.
in the draft before.
Yep, we picked up the Don before in some of our sims. I think we went high edge in that first round, and then we ended up taking the Don a little bit later. So.
Remember that very first one we did? We got fucking McDonald and Zion Young in the second.
And Rodriguez.
And
Like, we
Rodriguez
were
like in the
cooking
third
in
or fourth. Yeah. Woo!
And we had the fifth round. We picked up a tackle, I think, the kid out of Illinois in the fourth. And then the fifth, we picked up the safety from Ohio State that Chris was beefing up. By the way, which that safety ran like a 4.37 in his 40. Yeah.
One.
The
Spears?
safety from Oklahoma. Yeah. Yep. He ran 4.37. He was cooking. I'm like, oh, okay. Unfortunately, that probably takes him out of the fifth and moves him up a few rounds. But
Yeah. That kid too. I'm sold on him. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I'd really want to draft him, but yeah, 2 DTs. I say we do it.
yeah.
I think we have to. Again, it's like if you had to rank our biggest holes, and the importance of trenches in football you can't put enough gravity on it. The football game's won and lost in the trenches, damn it. And our defensive line is horrid. This is where I wish Learn was here right now because he wants to spend every draft pick on offensive line.
Yeah.
And it's like, but we have this big glaring hole on our defensive line. It's called our defensive line. And so, yeah. Learn where you at, buddy.
Big Mike, yeah, he's bigger is the best. Zane Durant from Penn.
Zane Durant from Penn.
I have not looked into him at all, but that's something I might have to add to the sheet. So if the schedule holds, we're going to need defense. Yeah. We definitely got to get younger on defense. We have holes.
Yes.
Everywhere on the defense except for cornerback. We're actually, I think, okay. We can use a developmental corner, but D-line, edge, D-tackle, need. Linebacker, need.
We probably haven't developed that. Zay Frazier is probably our developmental corner because, right, we got Jalen Stevenson. Right, this is Stevenson's contract year, too, so watch him ball out this year.
Smith, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Terrell Smith.
Yep. Hopefully he comes back. He's good to go. Za, you still need another corner. Oh, we got Kyler. Forgot about Kyler.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. So
remember he went.
He was on the milk carton.
He was on a milk carton. So yeah.
Hey, good thing we had all that cornerback depth last year because it was tested, man.
Hey, this Penn State kid's got some get off now.
Zane Durant.
He's got some get off now.
Okay.
I'm watching. When you guys say names and I'm not familiar with the player, I immediately go to YouTube and look at the highlights. Our first episode, this was probably our first episode. Probably like 4 or 5 or 6 episodes ago when we first started talking about the draft. I was pulling up highlights saying we got copyright struck quick.
Yeah.
So now I just do it in private here and look at their highlights and then let you guys know what the eye test is telling me. Yeah, this kid's got some get off now. I wouldn't hate this pick either.
You haven't talked about cornerback much. We were thin there last year. It was just injuries, man. Decimated us.
Destroyed.
Smith, Johnson, Kyler for most of the season were in and out. Three of your top, three out of your top four were out. So Nashon took advantage, man. The kid made himself some money. That's for sure. So
did he?
yeah,
Has nobody reported signing him yet?
No. I'm gonna be curious, man. I guess while we're talking about him, what's your guess? What do you think he's gonna get it per year?
Shit, I wouldn't even know. What's the league high?
Yeah, I
currently?
bet you he's gonna be somewhere. If I had to guess, I think he's gonna be around that 15 million mark a year. 12 to 15 would be my range. Like a 3-year deal for, I'm gonna say, somewhere around 40 million. So that would be my guess.
So the highest paid corner, Derek Stingley from the Texans, 30 mil. 30 mil.
God.
JC Horn from the Panthers, 25. Jalen Ramsey, 24. Patrick Surtain, 24. Jair Alexander, 21.
Who didn't even play fucking football last year.
Those are the breaks.
Yeah. He's like, I just don't feel like playing. Okay. Good for you.
So this kid, and you got him around where?
I got him probably somewhere in that 12 to 15 million a year.
Okay. 12 to 15?
Yeah.
So would we just bring him back then?
No.
No, we got too many other holes.
No. Maybe if we didn't have hole at safety, D tackle, edge, linebacker, we would.
Maybe if we didn't have any safeties under contract now. There's no safeties to speak of.
We haven't even touched on one of the rumors, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Bears might be looking at him. Though we're in the season right now where the Bears are literally linked to every single effing free agent out there.
I mean,
or
seriously.
potential.
Right.
Left tackle from the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, you might get released. Bears are linked to him. Okay. Yeah. The water boy from the Minnesota Vikings get released. The Bears want him. The Bears want him. Yeah.
The kid wants to go to the Bears.
Yeah. Bears have interest. Okay. Great landing spot would be the Bears. Yeah, it's ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
Listen, another position that they could look to draft at in this draft that we all might be like, what? What about running back?
No, yeah, that wouldn't shock me at all. Again,
no,
late in the draft, 6th, 7th round, running back. Don't be shocked, folks.
You think it'll be another 7th round diamond in the rough?
Could fucking be.
I don't know, man. What if if one of the top backs are sitting there, in the 3rd round, would Poles pull the trigger? I don't know.
Dude, you can't put nothing past these two, okay? Because let's face it, I'll give you my instant reaction from last draft at number 10, Colson Loveland going, okay. He was my favorite of the 2 tight ends, but I didn't think we were going to go tight end.
Yeah.
At 10, and it worked out, and it's great. It's glorious when it works out like that. This kid's a top 3 tight end already.
Yeah, exactly. Great. I agree with you. I've looked at this kid in the 3rd as well. I've mocked him myself. I agree with you, McClellan from Missouri.
No more McClellans on the Bears, please. No, I'm looking him up right now.
Yeah. I did watch some of his tape. I have mocked him there as well myself.
Mizzou again? What is Mizzou just a NFL factory now?
I was just gonna say there's so many players from Missouri that I've looked at. We've looked at Zion. We've looked at Trotter, the linebacker.
I love Trotter.
I looked at this kid. Yeah, for sure. I mean, where did Luther Burden go? Oh yeah, that's right, Mizzou. So,
yeah. And then his wide receiver counterpart too is coming out of the draft. Look, the kid looks great.
Yeah. Craig agrees with us. Mid-round running back. Yeah. So mid to late.
Yeah, because Swift.
there's
This is Swift's last year under contract. So
yeah. Speaking of that, what do you think of some of the trades in there, like Montgomery to where'd he go? Houston
oh
for
yeah,
offensive lineman. Joe
yeah,
Mixon hangs it up, so they're already placed there.
that's crazy.
It's some of the moves that have already happened out there.
This
What
kid's
are
a
the
big kid.
what are the Packers gonna do? Packers have no first round. They have a ton of holes as well. Based off of the holes and the free agents that they have and the lack of cash, man, you got to think that they're going to take maybe even a half step back. They're losing their left tackle. They're losing one of their edges, and Igbari, their left tackle, Walker, I think, who the Bears have been linked to magically, right?
Not another one.
Yeah, Quay Walker, though I just saw something came across that they traded for the guy from Indianapolis, Franklin, I think. So they made that trade.
What about Gary too? Gary.
Yeah, Rashawn Gary. He
Also
posted
to
on
the
his,
Bears. To the
why
Bears.
not? Yeah,
To the Bears.
he's a Michigan man. Him and Colster were, former roommates. But yeah, no, Rashawn Gary was on a milk carton as well last year, and he wasn't hurt. So let that be a lesson. I don't know. Houston has a terrible own line, and they traded one of their own linemen away for him. So they just
let's not forget too. The Packers are also they're running. Apparently, they're going to keep Jordan Love as their quarterback, so they have that to deal with too.
And they're losing the bear killer, Malik Willis. He's going to be a free agent.
Oh, yeah.
So now if you hurt Jordan Love, now you don't have to worry that a better quarterback's coming into to play you. So, hey, I don't know, man. The rest of the division is in cap hell, it seems like. Green Bay had to cut a ton of people. Minnesota's cutting a ton of people. The Lions are releasing and cut people. So no more Sonic and Knuckles, man. Knuckles is gone.
Yeah. Detroit might be taking a step back.
Yeah, we'll see. I saw that Detroit's still favored to win the division, according to the odds makers. You know where the Bears are in that?
No.
Sure, you could take a guess.
Stop it. Don't tell, because my guess is last.
No, come on.
Okay,
now. You still got 9 in there.
All right.
So third. Bears are.
Oh, come on.
Odds have being third in the division.
Fucking assholes. See? That's what pulls out the grumpy Bears fan. I mean, you're fucking everybody hates us. Fuck them.
Yeah. That's okay.
Third.
You go put your money on, the Packers and the Lions. I'll put my money on the Bears and maybe win a few gummy bears. So.
Yeah, you know what? Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Knowing Green Bay, they'll find a way to draft a superstar QB in the 7th. Come on, Mike.
See, that's grumpy Bears fan. Big Mike's with me.
Jordan Love was a first-round pick. Aaron Rodgers was a first-round pick. And they stumbled into Brett Favre. That was somebody else's
Atlanta.
pick. Yeah.
Atlanta drafted him. And then traded him immediately.
Yeah, after year 1. I don't think they drafted him in the 1st. I'd like to say he was like a 4th. I don't know. I should know this.
But I had his rookie card when he was in an Atlanta uniform in a preseason game.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But I tell you, we thought we've seen a lot of stuff going on right now. We haven't seen shit. The next few days is going to get crazy. I think all the GMs are spending today in bed just resting up because they're not going to get any sleep for the next 5 days.
He was 33rd overall.
Okay, so second.
Brett Favre, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris McClellan looks good. I'd take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got some get off now, and he's like what I've seen in the highlights, dude. Like he penetrates and gets upfield fast, which is again what we want on our defensive line.
Yeah. We need one of each. We need the run stuffer. We need the pocket collapser, right? Or somebody with an actual freaking pass rush move. You know, the only way Billings was getting anywhere near the quarterback is if he was eating a Big Mac. So, yeah, he ain't coming back. Let's just put it like that. So, Create wants you to check out Katron Allen.
Katron Allen. All right, let me check this out.
I think so. If you're looking for running backs, I think you're looking for that speed guy, right? 210, 4 type of 40, kind of like the DeAndre Swift, but maybe might be able to run through more than an arm tackle type of thing.
And then you want something to yin and yang with Monungai.
Agreed, because Monungai is the hammer. So yeah, Jeremy's coming in. He likes Le'Veon Moss from A&M.
That I think I looked up his tape before too.
So there's a couple. So a lot of people are kind of thinking the same route that we are. Like that, I don't think at this point we're going to be surprised at what could possibly happen in the late rounds. So
he's got great contact balance. He's shifty. One thing is when we're talking about a breakaway speed, I haven't seen it just yet. Oh, there we go. No.
The
dude's good though.
Penn State, yeah.
Penn State, yeah. I mean, just he runs angry. There's that, but he's got good contact balance. It's super important. Keep your balance when you're getting popped there going through the line of scrimmage. He's doing them things. I want to see him break one, though. He's got to break it.
So Jeremy agrees with me, man. He thinks that we're going to get those comp picks from Atlanta. Just come over to the light side, brother.
No.
Come on over. There's plenty of room.
Bears aren't getting shit.
Come on. Put your arms around goodness and wholesomeness and third round comp picks. Just bring them in close.
Everybody hates the fucking Bears. We're not getting shit.
Bears don't deserve to get them. Yeah.
This kid's a fighter. What did he create? What did Katron run in the draft? I mean, in the combine. What was his 40 time? Because I'm not seeing it on his highlights, and that's not fair to him for me to judge his speed.
Oh, damn it. He didn't run it in. I have the draft simulator up in the background, and I just clicked on him. 5'11", 216, but no 40.
He didn't run it.
So
a lot of guys opted to not run the 40.
Yeah, some of the big schools, they run pro days, so with their own timers,
Because I do like the way he runs. If I could just know what his top speed is, I'd be sold. I like what I saw, though.
4.6 guy. Okay. It sounds like a lot like Monungai.
Yeah.
So, Monungai's not a speedster either.
Swifty on Swift Sports Network on Twitter just posted 2 hours ago Jeremy Fowler's report recap. He says the Bears are not expected to make a splash signing at defensive end. So this would mean no Trey Hendrickson or Jalen Phillips. We're signing Cam Jordan, aren't we?
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing.
This is happening, isn't it? This is going to happen now.
Which veteran presence, right? That's what.
No, we haven't. We got enough of that. There's enough veteran presence on the defensive line. We don't need another one.
if you watch Shorzy, he's big with veteran presence, man. Veteran presence. Jeremy says away from the Chargers would be decent. I think
He's probably the best one on the list.
yeah, and I think he's going to get more money, I think, than like a Hendrickson, because if I remember correctly, he's a little bit younger too. I got him right here. He's 27. A lot of people were saying that originally Baltimore would want him back, but I think with the Max Crosby deal, that takes Baltimore clear out of that conversation.
Yeah.
So, wow, okay, maybe we get in a left tackle. We're on the Decker train, right?
Yes.
So, woo. I don't have time to pull up that train whistle again, and TJ Parker, here we come. The kid out of Clemson. He's probably going to be sitting there. Probably going to be sitting there. So, ooh. So we'll see. Boy, yeah. I don't know. They also said that we were, the front runners for Max Crosby. So,
right. Yeah.
we'll see. Jeremy, would you rather draft safety or D-line edge first round?
Trenches.
Yeah, I'd go there too. I think second and third round, you could still get a really good safety, for sure. But your premier guys there, if they don't sign Kevin Byard, we might be changing the tune a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're still assuming that that's just going to be a done deal. And I don't know. So, all right, great. Go get stuff done, loser.
Go turn some wrenches.
Yeah.
Go turn a wrench in the garage.
Appreciate you stopping in, Create, man. Always good talking, brother.
Get that old beater up and running again.
Yep. Big Mike saying Baltimore's going nowhere fast. I don't know. They're in win now, obviously. Roquan, Max Crosby, Humphreys. They got some players now. Whole new coaches.
Coaches. New coaches.
Yep. And then you take away 2 first rounds from them. But it's something that Baltimore usually doesn't do. They usually don't trade away their first round picks.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it happens. I mean, I guess the way that they have been doing it hasn't helped. So why not try something different at this point? Because Lamar Jackson's not getting any younger. As a matter of fact, that dude's starting to break down. So I think their window is probably 2-3 years tops before they're hitting the reset button. Where the Bears are just getting into that window. So I think the Bears are right now where Baltimore was in year 2 of Lamar Jackson's career. So hopefully they don't waste it like Baltimore did.
Snap.
I mean, look, think about some of the players Baltimore has. So we said Roquan, Humphreys, Max Crosby. Offense, they have King, Derek, Lamar Jackson, Andrews, Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
I mean, they got some players now. So we'll see.
Head coach Jesse Minter.
New head coach. Yeah. Defensive minded coach.
Yeah.
I mean, with Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson, do you really need an offensive coach?
Give him the ball.
Yeah,
just keep giving him the ball.
Stick it out. Yeah. The ball. Stick out the ball. So, and then every once in a while, we'll throw it downfield to Zay Flowers and call it good. Hit the tight end, dragging across the middle.
Correct.
But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. It's not that far away.
No,
Hey,
we've only got 2 more days and a wake up. 2 more days and a wake up. Free agency happens.
yeah, 3 more sleeps, as you used to tell the kids, right?
3 more sleeps.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't count my afternoon naps.
No. When you get older, you don't count those. Those are just bonus
Yeah.
sleeps. So let's look at tackle. So I don't think Decker's on the list. Rasheed Walker, highest rated tackle, free agent. He's the one who played for Green Bay last year. Average tackle at best, but still probably going to get a ridiculous contract. Jermaine Illuminor. He's a right tackle. Don't need him. Here you go, Jawan Taylor. The Chiefs brought him in thinking he could play left tackle. That didn't work out. Captain, false start. So,
Oof.
Braden Smith, just reading his thing here, was close to retirement before treating his OCD in 2024. Right tackle. Braxton Jones started 44 games.
He's got a healthy resume.
Yeah, 5th round pick. They're saying he'd be a swing tackle at worst. If we get those comps, let's bring in Jennings Dunker and that sweet mullet. Yeah. Obviously I know who Dunker is, but aren't they projecting him to be a guard though? I mean, which I wouldn't hate guard depth by any means.
Sure. Trenches, man. I hate feeling like this, but trenches. Like, it's just same as moniker as the last season.
Yeah. Jamari Salyer from the Chargers. They're saying he's a 3rd tackle or bridge starter. Yeah, there's nothing out there in the market. Sean Ryan, another Green Bay Packer. Oh, sorry. He was right guard. So there's nothing in the left tackle market either, by the way. So some of these holes, which are most teams' holes, and there's just nobody out there. The free agent class this year sucks, to kind of sum it up. Got a few high-end guys, and that's it. What's the Bears sign like a Kenneth Walker in free agency?
What?
It's going to be one of those things you don't expect, man. It's just going to come out of left field. You're like, what? Yeah, Travis Etienne.
I mean, I it's an upgrade. He's definitely an upgrade.
But is it enough of an upgrade?
No,
especially in an area that's not a need.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, 3 sleeps. That's all we got to wait. And it's going to start going quick. We'll start going quick. Let's see. I think they are projecting Dunker. The early reports I was hearing is that they were thinking that he would end up bumping down to guard. But we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. They could do a little bit more homework on it. Yeah, they're saying guard on here as well. So, That mullet is killer, though. What are you looking up? You look like you're deep in thought.
I am scrolling through Twitter to see all the latest news, a lot of people's opinions and whatnot.
Yeah, it's going to be coming fast and furious. So,
Adam Mason also, he just replied to one of my comments that I left on his. He reposted somebody's thing, and I'll just read it.
okay.
So some guy who goes by the name Payne starts off his tweet by saying, being a Packers fan from Chicago. That's how it starts.
I already hate this guy.
Yeah, so Adam just stops it right there and retweets it and puts in his quote and says, it boggles my mind. Some of us grew up in the 80s on WGN across the country and fell so hard in love with the Bears and the Fly the W Cubs that we've been diehard fans for life. And some of you pathetic MFers grew up in the greatest city in America and chose to be incestual, glue-sniffing, cheese hat-wearing Packers fans. You live in Chicago and you choose the Packers. Pathetic, disgraceful losers. So I commented and said, Chicago native here, born and raised, greatest city in America is debatable. But politics aside, that Packers fan from Chicago most likely was touched as a child. So then he liked my comment and then said, I only go to visit once or twice a year, and I thoroughly enjoy when I do. Yeah, because you don't live there.
Right. It's a great place to visit. Hey. All right, man. With that being said, I think it's about that time.
You guys be on the watch. We'll be going live on Wednesday. Keep your ears to the streets. Stay on Twitter because it's going to be a fire fest. Can't wait.
DJ teared me up with that fuck Green Bay. I was way out.
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys, if you have anything you want to say to the departing players from the Bears this year, feel free to drop them in the comments. Maybe you'll hear them in a thank you video or goodbye video. We shall see. Don't forget, do all the social media stuff. Hit like, subscribe, ding the bell. Join us on TikTok. We're 500 strong on TikTok. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Everything Bears channel. We're putting out a Facebook page, which we got to get more active on. It's created. We'll put our profiles up there so you can see our ugly mugs on there as well. So find us on all these socials. We'll go. And then if you guys have ideas for draft day parties, feel free, drop those in the comments as well. We'll see what we could do. I don't know if we just create like a huge room with anybody with cameras so that we could talk, or we just set it up like this, have the comments rolling on the screen. Whatever you guys want to do, man. We can kind of see. We can maybe make a mass room that we can all kind of jump in and join and chat and see what we want to do.
I mean, dude, we could have 12 people in here.
Yeah.
In this very room, we can have 12 people. So drop us links, drop us your emails.
Big Mike, are we starting fantasy football?
Ooh.
Oh.
I won't get into fantasy football.
Yeah.
Fantasy football's ruined the sport.
That's for the whippersnappers.
Just start rooting for players and not teams. See a grumpy old man here.
Yeah, there you go. You're wearing that badge well.
I do.
So.
I do. Comes naturally.
I can't root for a player that's going against the Bears. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. I think with that being said, What do you say, man? Should we put a bow on this?
Signing out of here. Everybody, thanks for showing up. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for commenting and coming to see us.
Till then, peace and bear down.